Dear sir, with these words, I would like to request you to inspire us with your precious words.
Thanks a lot, and a very good afternoon to everybody. I see that around 50 participants have joined this session. Well, our session for today is about leadership and in that communication skills. I want to concentrate on two things. One is that when we look at the communication skills, what are the important aspects? That one very briefly I will touch upon. And more importantly, I would like to draw attention of everybody towards language. So understanding language, that is where I would like to have my core focus in this presentation. Well, so let me share my screen here. And well, so my presentation is about leadership and communication, and in that understanding language. That is what we want to see. Great leaders are very much aware about these facts, that how to have difficult conversation and how to establish trust and speak with precision. No leaders can be a good leader without communicative abilities. So there is no need to go into that to discuss that what vital role communication skills plays in leadership qualities. Let me cite this one interesting write-up coming from a Harvard Business School, written by Lauren Landry, and she has tried to highlight some 8 essential leadership communication skills. And according to her, if you want to be an effective leader, you need to excel in communication. We all know that. I repeatedly say that. Not a big statement as such. In fact, the success of your business or anything that we do in our professional life, a lot relies on our communicative abilities. And some of the statistics are given by her in this write-up, that people have said that if you are poor in communication, then you will lead towards low morale, missed performance, missed goals, and even lost sales also. And then there is one article that is discussed here, that this many million or billion of rupees were at risk annually because of lack of communicative ability among the employees of a company. But effective communication impacts more than just the bottom line. For leaders, it's what enables them to rally their team around a shared vision, empower employees, build trust, and successfully navigate organizational change. So fine, we can say that, okay, economical loss, and no companies or an individual can afford on economical loss only because of communicative ability. But as I have been told that you all in this FDP, online FDP program, most of the teachers who are participating, they are subsequently going to share these ideas with your learners also, your students also. So we may not directly be dealing with a corporate world. And most of you are also not belonging directly to the corporate world. You are belonging to a rather academic institute. So how far what we read in context of business are applicable to you, that also is very significant for us. But if we look at our shared vision as a teacher, what is my vision and what I want to do among not my employees, but students? How can I empower my students with the communicative abilities? How can I build trust among my students or teacher-students relations? That is what I can adopt these ideas into my given context. Next, a leader is someone who inspires positive incremental change by empowering those around them to work toward common objectives. Fine, good statement again. Yeah. A leader's most powerful tool for doing so is communication. Yeah, we know that that is very important part. The effective communication is vital to gain trust, align efforts in the pursuit of goals, and inspire positive change. When communication is lacking, important information can be misinterpreted, causing relationships to suffer and ultimately creating barriers that hinder progress. Well, you will say that we all know these things. We are well aware. We're just doing recap that we know this. Leadership and communications, these things are very important. It should be repeated time and again so we don't forget it. But we don't want to go deep inside the understanding of this because the nuances of these things are very well understood by all of us. If you are interested in enhancing your leadership, enhancing your leadership capabilities. Here are 8 communication skills you need to be more effective in your role. Well, again, I say that all these 8 essential leadership communication skills are something that is very vital, very important, but not the core part of our today's discussion. But we touch upon this topic to prove the point that, well, in a way, we are aware about this thing, that these are necessary things we require. Leaders are supposed to have communication skills, and in that, what points are important? Very quickly, Lauren told that 8, you can list down 12, 16, 15, or more also, or more can also be suggested in the same capacity. Well, this 8, ability to adapt your communication style. Now, the communication styles can be something that people may think that what do we mean communication style? Somebody's mic, I think, is on, so the organizers can request them to see that. So, ability to adapt your communication style. So, in a business organization or in our day-to-day relations or any kind of workplaces, we can either have a formal, direct way of communicating with other people, or we may also have an indirect way of communication. We may have face-to-face way of dealing with the people, or through medium, digital medium, the chat applets, messages, phone calls on different ways also. So the leader is supposed to have the ability to adapt oneself to all kinds of communication styles. No leader can say that, well, for me only face-to-face is good, or for me only online is good. No, it is not possible for a leader. Leader is ready to adapt with all kinds of communication style. Well, I would like to see this in context of teacher-student relations also, apart from the business client and the business organizations and the relations among the manager and the people who work, the personnel who work below manager, teacher-student. Because if most of you are teaching, you might have seen that in last 1 year in Corona time, we also faced a lots of problems, and it tested our ability to communicate over online media. For example, right now, also when I am facing all of you, it seems like I am all alone and talking only with computers. I can't see the people on the other side. I can see that there are around 70 people who have joined this, but I can't see anybody. I just have to imagine that you all are very interestingly listening my talk, even if you might not be listening it interestingly. But I have to imagine a situation that you all are very, very much engrossed into my talk, and I try to give the best that I want to give. I can't see your eyes. I can't see gestures. I can't see facial expressions, which are so vital in teaching teacher-student relations in the classroom. That we realized during Corona time, that what was the importance of watching faces of students, reading faces of students, and how we used to get satisfied that, well, my concepts are reaching, my teaching is reaching. I was so happy. Now, suddenly that happiness has evaporated. And I am just facing a camera here. And there is, I don't know whether people on the other side are curious to listen to me or not. But I have to adapt myself to this new style. Those teachers who had ability to adapt, they successfully run the show in online mode and also are running nowadays also. Nowadays also they are running the online show in a very effective way. That is also one of the leadership qualities and communication skills also. Imagine if I don't like this way to adapt myself with this online mode, and I have to teach leadership to my students. Now what will happen? The students will never get never get anything from me, because they know that what I am teaching, I am not able to adapt myself to those things. And teachers are supposed to be good leaders without being or having leadership qualities. Teachers cannot be teachers as such. So ability to adapt your communication style, very important point. Active listening, one has to be a good listener also. We can understand this point without further clarification. Transparency and openness, whatever way people communicate, they have to see that language is a very tricky thing. When we try to understand the language, you'll realize that language is very tricky. Language is used not only to reveal our ideas, thoughts, it is also used to conceal our ideas and thoughts. I may use language to conceal my jealousy. I will say, oh, wonderful, great work, congratulations. I am so happy when my friend, colleague gets a success. But inside me, there is a lot of jealousy that he got it and I missed it. He got the promotion and I am left out. He did that, I was not able to do that. And that jealousy I am trying to overcome by using lots of language. I am happy, I am glad, congratulations. So, well, for a leader, they realize that language can be used for hiding the ideas, can be used as curtain. But maintaining transparency is very important through language. Which part of the language will play a vital role as a curtain that he is very much aware about. Clarity, obviously, one should be very clear in the mind about what one is going to speak about or do about. Fifth point, ability to ask open-ended questions. So, like, can you explain me something more? If our colleague is telling us, our students, our other employee, personnel working under us, they're trying to get an idea, then we attentively listen and say, something more? Can you still say a few more things around this? That is an open-ended question, not I choose either this or that. That are close-ended questions, A, B, C, D only. No, open-ended. Empathy, very, very good quality. It is not only pity, not sympathy, but empathy. Trying to put oneself in that situation and then try to think from that angle, empathy. Open body language is obviously very, very important thing to see that. Normally, you will see that good leaders, when they are doing public speaking, they don't hide behind podiums. They don't hide behind podiums. So some of the famous stage performances or the stage talks that we have seen, people give examples of Steve Jobs, for example, when he used to reveal new iPhone. He would stand, he would walk on the stage, the large, huge stage with a huge, big screen in the behind. He will stand on the stage. If you will see TED Talks, another popular short form of looking at public speaking and wonderful ideas, TED platforms, then you will see that they don't use platform. It is open. The entire body is visible. So that is very significant that good leaders don't shy of their body. They don't hide their body. They deal with, because we know that body language is a very important tool to express oneself rather than only the language part. Even though I am just sitting there and there is a small window through which you are trying to look at me, still I try to move my hands and try to utilize the body language, that if my passion also reaches out on the other side through the camera, and you can also feel what I want to convey or not. So that I try to. If it is a stage, then you can see my entire body, and it won't be that difficult for me to convey this open body language or the importance of body language. Receiving and implementing feedback. So that's very important part, that feedback mechanism, leaders never shy away from taking feedback from people, or they're always open. They readily accept feedback. And I would like to give an example that if you are on social media, for example, Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, if you post anything, you will find that anybody can come and comment. If you see the celebrities on social media, like political leaders or any of the celebrities, when they post something, then in the comments you will find mixed reactions. Some people would be praising it. At the same time, there will be people who would post utterly bad comment, very vulgar language, and yet those celebrities allow those comments to remain there. They don't delete those comments. That also is a feedback system. So great leaders nowadays, they use social media as receiving and also implementing feedback, open feedback from everybody. But you know that many of us might be very shy of staying on social media. We don't like if somebody openly criticizes us on social media. Well, a very, very bad leadership quality if we are afraid of criticism of any kind, openness. And in digital world, everything is open. Privacy is a huge problem. Whatever we do, it is always somewhere recorded in one or another form. While I am speaking here, on the other side, officially the organizers are recording this talk. Apart from that, many of us might be doing it unofficially also. You can't stop people from recording the things. And then I can't say that you have recorded without my permission. Well, in the legal court, I can defend myself that you have not taken permission, but people are going to do those things. That is a reality. Screenshots, people will quickly take and keep on sharing with other people also. Well, so leaders of the digital world or today's time, they understand that receiving and implementing feedback is a necessary part also. Well, so 8 points. This Harvard Business School, and they try to convey this very interesting points there. But we want to go beyond this. After understanding this and the importance of this, we don't want to stay only here. But from now here, we want to move towards understanding language. So, having said this, let us try to understand the language. And I would like to go to structuralists like Ferdinand de Saussure or Noam Chomsky, and those structuralists, and how they try to view language and what they believe in as language. Well, a very important point that they have said when we try to understand language is this. And just I move on in that, I will just have a sip of tea also. Imagine if I had come there as a guest, then I would have been served with snacks, with tea, and lot many interesting things to eat also. But the online things where you have to manage your own tea, you have to manage your own snakes. For organizers, it is wonderful thing. For the speaker, it is a loss. For speakers are held up at their place and they can't travel. They can't see new places. I would have seen Mainpuri in Uttar Pradesh with the name of the town also I heard for the first time. And it would have been a good experience for me. But well, this is how we adapt ourselves to the new changes also. So instead of cheers, let us have tears. Yeah, I am in Gujarat, and Gujarat we are happy with tea or coffee only. Well, fine. I will keep on taking some of the sips in between. Well, so the meaning of the words, structuralists say that the meaning of the words are very arbitrary, they are relational, and they are constitutive. Now, what do we mean by this? The meaning of the words are arbitrary, relational, or constitutive. Remember this three words: arbitrary, relational, and constitutive. And let me come to this point to explain with some examples of language that how it happens there. Well, I'm just switching over my camera to another source, and let us see here. This we are trying to see that the language is arbitrary. Yes, is arbitrary. It is relational. It is relational, and it is constitutive. Constitutive means this language it constructs our worldview, and this language constructs our worldview. That is what we can mean by a constitutive language, that the words will construct our worldview. We'll see some examples, so it will become still more clear. Well, first, let us see this the idea of arbitrariness in language. That what do we mean by that language is arbitrary? How we see language. Our concern is to try to understand the language here. If I say that this object which we see here is coming with this object, it seems to be like a chalk stick. It is a kind of a chalk stick. Yeah. And so with the chalk stick, what is lying here seems to be like a duster. It seems to be like a duster there. Now, if there is no image of duster, but there is only word duster, and if I am not in a classroom environment, if I'm not in classroom, but if I am in say, for example, trying to draw a car. Yeah. If I am in a car showroom. Imagine I am in a car showroom. Now, what will the word duster mean? Well, you may say that if you are in the car showroom of Nissan company, then the duster means a car. Duster will mean a car if you are there. So now what is the meaning of duster? The meaning of duster is very arbitrary. It is very arbitrary. It is the context where you speak the word that it will give the meaning. The context will give the meaning. So if you are in classroom, then the duster is this. If you are in car showroom, then the meaning of the duster is a car. So that is the arbitrariness of language. Language is relational. For example, let us see this point here. The words like terrorist and I can put it not equal to freedom fighter. We know that we have a lots of problem with this terms in context of many of our freedom fighters, India's struggle and India's freedom fighter like Bhagat Singh, Chandrasekhar Azad, and many others. They were termed Rajguru, Sukhdev. Yeah, they were termed by the British Raj as terrorists in the legal court matters. But today they all are for us not in any way similar to any of the terrorists, but they are freedom fighters, and they had a right cause to fight against the Raj that was there. But in the context of, for example, if you see Afghanistan, then also the things are very interestingly unfolding and tell us that how everything is relational in a given context. So when we were in around the beginning of the August month, and the Talibans who are now in power, they all were considered as some kind of terror groups, violent groups. But today, as soon as they are in power, suddenly the language of the world leaders has started changing. And now they all have started getting ready to negotiate with the Taliban who is in government. Now, to such an extent that even United Nations also have to change the language and tell that, well, if the groups are in power, then they can't consider them as terror group. If they are in power, then they can't be considered as terror groups. Now, that is a really interesting thing to see in this context. So it is a living example about how language is relational. The meanings are relational. Something who is utterly bad if the things change and in the new relation, in the new context, that bad will become good. The bad don't have to do good work also. If the bad is improving the habits and doing good things, and then you call it good, well, fine, acceptable. We can say no problem. You have changed your heart. Valmiki, the writer of Ramayana, was first Valya Lutaro, but then he changed his heart. He changed his heart, and then he became. There is a change of heart in him. Angulimar in another story, and many people we have seen the change of heart. Their actions are changing. Their actions are changing, and so from bad they are becoming good. But when it comes to the other people, where the actions are not changing, the karmas are not changing at all, and yet the nomenclatures are changing suddenly. And we see that, well, how interestingly language is so relational when we see that context here. One more point I would like to give here. Let me show you the page from where I am writing. If I write this one statement here, SRK hits Om run. This one sentence I am writing here, and I am asking for the meaning, that what do we mean by this this four words making one sentence of a language, and we try to see that. Well, if I am a Bollywood bluff, if I am a Bollywood buff, and if I'm watching lots of Bollywood films, then I know what is SRK. So I can easily read that SRK must be Shah Rukh Khan. And if that is at the level of somebody who is Bollywoodish, if we use the word, if somebody is Bollywoodish, then if SRK becomes a film star, then that person will also have no problem in identifying the word Om also, which will tell us that that is name of the film. Om Shanti Om. Yeah. So one person will say that it is the name of the film. And if once you open the second word, you know that the hits, the word hits, means that it is super hit on the box office, super hit on box office. That is what you can easily see. And you can see the meaning of the run also, and that is successful. Something that is successful. Yeah. Now, what is the context is that you are aware about the Bollywood idea, and you know that these are the meaning of this word. But in case you are not watching Bollywood films, if you are not watching Bollywood films, but you are very much into, if you are very much into what we call it like a Hindu-Muslim debate, you are much communal in terms of religion, segregations and communalism, and your mind is full with the ideas about that somebody is Muslim, somebody is of this religion, that religion, and in that context, what are you going to see? You are going to see that at another level, that this is a Muslim star, Muslim film star, Muslim film actor, let us say, is not only a film actor, but he is a Muslim film actor. And in that context, perhaps I will read this Om as something of a Hindu religion. And I may conclude that he might have said something wrong about Hindu religion. He might have hit, and in that case, the word hit must be insulting. It must be insulting. He is perhaps insulting something. So his run, his drive is to insult the other religion, and he belongs to other religion, and he might be doing that. So if I am colored by the religious ideas, then I may perhaps read this also. But well, that is still not enough. That is still not enough to read this four words in a given sentence. I would still like to ask or like to question when I come across this word that, to which semantic field are these words belonging to? If I tell that this was the headline in the newspaper, obviously when Om Shanti Om was released, but it was headline in the newspaper of America, in American newspaper headline, if it was, then how am I going to see this? So, well, now if I'm getting a new context that it was an American newspaper headline, then I see a third layer of the thing. And I see that, well, in USA, in USA, people love one sport a lot. The sport that people love, that is baseball. Baseball. So I will say that is this word anywhere connected with baseball? And then I find that this Om has an apostrophe also. This apostrophe Om, and that means that this is actually home. This is actually home, and the home means there is this home run, and this home run is a term in baseball. It is a term in like in cricket we have a six, full run, full score. The same way in baseball there is something like a home run. So perhaps the filmmaker is trying to use the terminology from the semantic field of sports, and which sport? Baseball. They are using, and they want to use this. Now it has obviously nothing to do with either religion. It is obviously about Bollywood, but I was not able to decipher that this language obviously belongs to the sports arena also. So this is how we try to understand the language to open up the things, and that well, the meanings of the words are so relational. They are so arbitrary also. But still we get a sense, because we see the word with another word. In a different context, we try to see the word. And once we see the words in a given context, we try to get that, well, this must be the meaning, but still we are not reaching to the right meaning. Still we have to fumble around, and we have to see our biases, prejudices will also lead us to misread anything. And if we are not free from prejudices and biases, then we may read something terrible in the language, which the language is not trying to convey. Like a religious reading also is possible in a given context here. So that is how also we can see this aspect here. Let me come back to my presentation and again give you examples to see what else we can read here. And I want you to do a small activity here. I want you all to do. So if you have another device, then I request you to connect with one app, one website that I would suggest you to join. If you can join with the same device, then also it is well and good. But if you have another device, it will be good, because you can keep on watching or listening me here, and you can work, do multitasking on the another device. It will still work on the same device also. There won't be a problem. You can work on one device also. Well, let me share a screen to lead you to that website and suggest you a few things to do. Well, I suggest you to open the website known as kahoot.it. You will see the thing on the web page also. So you say here that join at kahoot.it, kahoot.it, KAHOOT.IT. Open in the browser. In the browser, open this website, Kahoot, KAHOOT.IT, and it will ask for a pin. Give this pin. Give this pin, that is 2188076. Give this pin. Once you will be on that page, it is kahoot.it. It will ask for a game pin, and give this pin 2188076. Any doubt? Please unmute your mic and you ask. Well, welcome, Smita. The first one to enter in our game zone is Smita. So we warmly welcome you here. Yes, another person, YSR, also has joined us. We wait for a few minutes for many more to join. Kahoot.it and the code. If you have any doubt or question, please unmute your mic, or you can put something in the chat also. I'm reading chat also. So if you doubt, you can put something in chat also. Is kahoot.it. Kahoot.it and the code. And the code, I'm putting the code in the chat also. 218-8076. Okay, 218-8076. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, we got two more. Prithvi, Min Q, Ganesh, Yashoda. The first name which are coming, I am calling. I don't know to which age group you belong. You may be elder to me also. Manjunath. Well, fine. 6 of you have joined. Welcome all the 6 players. And let us wait for a few more to join us. It's very simple. Only you have to do one thing, is that if you are engaging yourself with multitasking and doing something else apart from listening to me, then for a while, for 5 minutes, leave the other work aside, come here and join this. That is the only thing you'll have to do. So if you are listening me, and let me tell this to the other people who might be around the
Sir, I am not able to log in, sir, in fact. But it is showing no sponsor, sir. When I am typing kahoot.in.
Not in, it is it, IT.
Okay, I'm just checking it, sir.
Yeah, kahoot.it, IT. Yeah, kahoot.it. Yeah, so very quickly we may go to in kahoot.it. Yeah, if you cannot find it, please let me know.
So key is 218.
218-8076.
8076. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can repeat the code again if you are not able to see the screen, because if you are working on the same device, you may not see the screen. So I keep on repeating this for a few times. Yeah. 218-8076. 218-8076. 218-8076. In case you are doing multitasking and you have to switch over from one screen to another screen, then we'll find 12 participants. We have now 12 participants have joined. Yeah. Yes. So for a while, for 5 minutes, we will do this activity. So I request all of you to concentrate on the device and do something, some interesting work we want to do. Remember, we are trying to understand language, and we want to see how constitutive language, how language constructs our worldview. We have seen arbitrariness of language. We also have seen that how language is relational, and it keeps on changing the meaning. No better example than Afghanistan we can face in the life to understand the arbitrariness and relational attributes to the words like terrorist we give normally. And thirdly, constitutive, how the worldview is constructed. Yeah. 16 participants. Yes, now we have 16 participants. 1 more minute. Let us wait 1 more minute for the others. There are more than 100 participants here. 103, in fact, I'm seeing here. So if all of you are trying, then we can wait. Otherwise, we can start playing the game. Yeah. Okay, 16 of you have joined. Yeah. There is nothing like right, wrong answers, so don't hesitate. Yeah. It is not testing anything. We just want to experience something. Yeah. Okay, count down 1 more minute, 1 last minute to wait. Yeah. Okay, 18th participant. Now again, it is going down. Some of you might be having a network issue. Yeah. After putting the name, you just have to log in, and once I will start the play, then you will see the thing. Yes. So Hemant Kumar Joshi is asking this. So now see, once I will start a play, you will have to first see my screen. First, you have to see my screen, and then you have to go on your screen. And on your screen, you will see only 4 color box. 4 color box. The question will be on my screen. Question will be on my screen. So you'll have to see my screen. You will see one image and one statement. and it will ask you that read this sentence and watch this image and select the right option. Select the right option, but options won't be visible on your screen. Options will be on my screen, and then you have to remember the color that is in the background of my screen, and you go to your app and press the color. You just have to tap the color. 20 seconds, and to do all these things there will be only 20 seconds time. Only 20 seconds time. Again, I repeat, you will have to be on my screen. I will share the screen. When we play, you will see one image and one text. You have to read the text. I will read the text aloud also. Watch image, and in the color box, options will be given. On your device, there won't be option visible. On your device, only color will be visible, and you have to just tap the right color that you are seeing. If you miss it out, no need to worry. Press any color. Any color. It is not important to press the right color or wrong color box. It is not necessary. We just want to see what we understand by this. Okay, so we have 19 participants. Let us move on. Okay, so I'm starting the game. Okay, so you will see now the screen very quickly here. Be on my screen. On my screen, you are reading whose body language speaks of self-confidence. Whose body language speaks of self-confidence. Have a look at the image. Whose body language speaks of self-confidence. A lady standing in front, a lady in jeans and t-shirt, lady standing behind, or lady in sari. Well, fine. Fine. Okay, we are not going for the right wrong answer, but still, many of you got it right. 6 of you, 7 of you were able to do. Others might have fumbled a little bit in 20 seconds, but maybe in the next question you will become more alert in working on that also. So, lady standing in front, a lady in jeans and t-shirt, we see that it was having what the language was telling us, having more confidence. Okay, fine. The next question, in this round, Yashoda was the fastest finger. KBC, if you remember, Kaun Banega Crorepati, fastest finger first. So Yashoda was the fastest finger, getting highest score. Okay. Okay. Next question. Who reminds you of an ideal Indian woman? Who reminds you of an ideal Indian woman? Lady standing in front, lady in jeans and t-shirt, lady standing behind, a lady in sari. A lady in sari, a lady standing behind, a lady standing in front. Who reminds you of the ideal Indian woman? Well, you see, 11 of you now. 11 plus 5, 15, and 16 got it now, from 7 to 16. So got it. You are a very fast learner, everybody. Well, so now see what you see here. What you see here, that image is the same, but the language is changing. Our focus is changing. That is world. Imagine this image is a world. And as soon as we get a different language, the world is changing. The dynamics of the world is changing. The centrality of the world is changing as soon as the language changes. So what is controlling our way of looking? It is the language that controls. This is understanding language. That how this happens as such when we try to see this in this context. So that was the point. There is a few more questions, but I'm not going right now into those things. But one point that we want to make here is this, that language controls our worldview, and that is to be understood properly, that if we are not careful about language, then perhaps language will give us a completely different worldview, which perhaps is not the right way of looking at the world also. Well, to prove the same point, again, I would like to suggest you to watch this video. Let me just yeah, okay, fine. I'm going a little bit back in this video. Okay, 2 small videos we are going to watch now. Now, in this video, you have to identify, this is a small advertisement, television ad. We are supposed to identify the product. Is this advertisement about firecrackers, courier service, anti-roach spray, gas cylinder, save fuel, save environment, matchbox, old age worries? Lot many variety of things are given here. You have to identify which product or which service is being sold through this advertisement? Is it for firecrackers, from there to old age worries, or save fuel, save environment, gas cylinder, courier service, matchbox? What is the ad meant for? Yeah. Remember again I am repeating this. It is something like I am trying to hypnotize you, remotely located, far away from you, through the language, repeatedly telling you that watch this ad to find that which product is being sold through this advertisement. Is it firecrackers, courier service, anti-roach spray, gas cylinder, save fuel, save environment, matchbox, old age worries? Yeah, see, I'm just a torrent of words I am pouring towards you, this language. Yeah? And let us see this ad. So let us play the ad.
वो मैंने कुरियर कर दिया था सर जी, शुक्रवार को 11:30 बजे सुबह कर दिया था। हाँ जी, क्या नहीं मिला आपको? मिल जाएगा सर, मिल जाएगा ना सर, क्यों परेशान हो रहे हैं आप? हाँ जी सर, मैंने कुरियर कर दिया है। सर कभी चीजें, मतलब आप समझ नहीं रहे मेरी बात को। आपको क्यों ऐसा लग रहा है कि मैंने कुरियर नहीं किया है? सर संडे को मैं कहाँ जाऊंगा, आप बताइए मुझे। संडे को कौन सा कुरियर वाला खुला रहता है सर, आप बताइए मुझे। सर मैं अपने आप को आपकी जगह रखकर देख रहा हूँ, लेकिन सर आप मेरी बात को समझने की कोशिश तो कीजिए सर। सर एक दिन का सवाल है, आप सर आज संडे है, कल मंडे है, मैं सर आप अजीब तरीके से बात कर रहे हैं सर। ईशा तुमने बाहर के कपड़े निकाल दिए? जाओ जल्दी निकालो। जो हाँ सर मैं कह रहा हूँ कल मंडे है, आ जाएगा सर कल सुबह। सर आप हमारे थोड़े
well, which product do you think is advertised through this? Don't give the answer right now. I will lead you to another video, and then there I will ask you. But keep ready. Keep ready. Just keep something in your mind to type. You don't have to say anything. You have to type your answer there. Okay. Well, next video. Let us watch next video. Well, now in this video, what we are going to watch, okay, we are leaving that aside. We are not touching that point right now. We are coming to that point afterwards, what advertisement it was. Now let us say this. Now in this ad, we will see something very interesting. You see a flower there, a pink color flower there. You see the background. Observe the image very clearly. The man lying down, everything observe. And then the camera will move on. Close up of the camera will move on to the detective who has got a hat in the hand and standing there. Is a detective, and he is finding who is the murderer. There is a dead body lying there, and the close up will lead. And when the camera will move on and come back, by that time, many things might have changed. I am giving you suggestion that the flower vase will change. The different color of flower you will see there. But you have to see how many other things are changing. There are almost 21 things changing in this. And when the close-up is taken and it is coming back, that is what. Just note down while you watch the things. You just note down how many things you have noticed. Watch the video.
Clearly, somebody in this room murdered Lord Smythe, who, at precisely 3:34 this afternoon, was brutally bludgeoned to death with a blunt instrument. I want each of you to tell me your whereabouts at precisely the time that this dastardly deed took place.
I was polishing the brass in the master bedroom.
I was buttering his lordship's scones below stairs, sir.
Why, I was planting my petunias in the potting shed.
Constable, arrest Lady Smythe.
But how did you know?
Madam, as any horticulturist will tell you, one does not plant petunias until May is out. Take her away.
That's right, madam.
It's just a matter of observation. The real question is, how observant were you?
Well, did you notice the 21 changes? Well, now let us come to this website, and I would ask you now one more thing to do, and that is go to this website now. This website now, this is menti.com. Yes. Open this as you open kahoot.it. Now open this menti.com and give this code. Code is 2130 1949. 2130 1949. And there you have to type the word. In advertisement video, which product is the ad made for? So whatever you think, 1, 2, 3, 4, I think up till 5 options you can type one by one. You can submit up till 5 different options. So what you have to do, go to menti.com, menti.com, give the code 21301949 and type the word that this, the advertisement of firecrackers, save fuel, save environment, gas cylinder, matchbox, old age worries. Well, fine, I got the first word, matchbox. Yeah, and you are seeing that on the my screen. If you switch over to my screen, you will see the response. Well, fine, environment safety, good one. Another one, got environment safety. Yes, fine.
अच्छा लेकिन एग्जाम से पहले आ जाना सारे सारे हाँ तो ये नहीं 14 को हम लोग सारे बैठेंगे प्रैक्टिकल
Yes, so as I told you that we do lots of multitasking, and so many people keep on coming.
Mute yourself.
No need to worry. No need to worry. That also is something interesting because we are all dealing with communication skills, and we give living examples. Yeah, and nothing is better than the living example that we get. Yes, so save fuel, gas stove, environment safety, old age wow, yeah, fine, more words, and you see how this cloud picture, word cloud is changing. Come on my screen to watch the magic of the word cloud that is changing. Yeah? As soon as the participants are putting the word, it is changing here also. A second screen, I will go to the second screen within a minute, and there you will put what you identified in these 2 videos. One video, that is second one, was about 21 changes that you have seen in the detective video. That in the second screen you will see. But very interesting, we are getting very good responses from all of you, and there's fine so many words. Yeah, old age worry, lighter, health of old men, crackers, firecracker, yes, matchbox, courier. Yes, still the words are adding. Words are getting added here, and we are getting the different color picture. Different word cloud is constantly changing there. So as I told you that we're not going into the right or wrong answers. All of your answers are correct, but we just want to feel this, that when you do this activity also, how interestingly the words are coming up. This language that we are seeing here, that is also something good. Fine, many words. Any new word if we have got? Old age, gas stove, okay. Clock also. Yes, somebody has put clock. Also flower also. No, not this. This is, I think you are putting about the second video. We'll come to the next video, detective video. Next one. There you have to put, I think, a flower vase and other things. Okay, fine. Good words we got. A good amount of words we have got here. And I'm going to now the next screen where you have to put about the second, what you have observed in the second video. Yes, here. Now the screen might have changed, and in observation video, how many things are changed while camera rolls over the speaker? Name it in the answer, like flower vase, portrait on the wall. Yes, what you have seen, that now you have to name it here on the second screen. Yes, so let us see whose first words we are getting here. I hope you are seeing now the second screen. Oh yeah, fine, I got it. Yeah, clock, flower, portrait, the objects in the hands. Yes, good observation. Yeah, dummy, yes, yeah, well observed. Yeah. Yes, flower, wall, lamp, fine, pen in the hand. Yes, exactly. court of detective, okay, and yeah, dead body also, yeah, good observation, yeah, dead body also has changed, yeah. Table lamp, yeah, yeah, camera, okay, fine, good words, good, very interesting words we are getting. Man standing behind, okay, position of dead body, exactly, and come to this screen to see this how this cloud word cloud is constantly changing when the participants are giving a response to this. Right leg of the dead body, well, fine, yeah, we will see, we'll see the remaining part of the video to see that how many things are changing there. Yeah, fine, very interesting, yeah. Okay, so now let us go back to that video again to complete both the videos, to complete the part of that video. Let us see that. Okay, so what was this advertisement for? Yeah. Okay. This advertisement was about tension, not about object, but abstract emotion. Abstract emotion. It was tension. Why? Who is making this advertisement? For what purpose? Well, let us see. This was for India-Pakistan match in a World Cup, and this advertisement was made by the television channel Neo Sports. And he said that every moment of the match between India and Pakistan will be full of tension. But see, you are not able to see tension because I have never spoken the word tension. Had I given the option tension, then you might have seen the tension that is there in the scene. Yeah? But deliberately, I gave you another words. That is what this point, that if we do not have a word, we don't have a worldview. We can't see if we don't have a word in our mind. Yeah? So that is understanding language, that if somebody is suddenly taking a part of a language from our mind, we won't be able to see things in the world also. Such a huge problem in communication gap if we don't understand language in a proper context. Second video.
I was
Precisely the time that this dastardly was.
So now we are seeing this from a long shot, static camera. One camera was moving, so we are able to see only the close-up. But here there is one camera which is just fixed, not moving. So we can see how many things are changing. That camera is capturing this. Okay, let us see what this camera is doing. The static camera, which is far off, and what is it trying to observe?
Clearly, somebody in this room murdered Lord Smythe, who, at precisely 3:34 this afternoon, was brutally bludgeoned to death with a blunt instrument.
So many people.
I want each of you to tell me your whereabouts at precisely the time that this dastardly deed took place.
The carpet, the person, the dead body has completely changed.
I was buttering his lordship's
background is
scones
changed.
below stairs, sir.
The detective.
I was planting my petunias.
Many of you observed
in the
all these
potting
things
shed.
also.
Constable, arrest Lady Smythe.
Well, so what point we want to make here? Yeah, what point we want to make here in this is this that let me stop sharing. Well, the point that we want to make here is that this far off angle is what we have to achieve when we want to learn about communication skills. If we are having that distance way of looking at language, then we understand the language in a proper way. Here, camera is equal to language. The way a close-up can blindfold and it doesn't allow us to see everything, the same way other camera allows us to see. So whether we use language as a close-up camera or we are taking it as a long shot camera, we are supposed to, as a leaders, when we look at language or try to understand the language, we have to see what are all kinds of repercussions possible through language. What are the all possible meanings that are possible? That is very, very important to be understood by the leaders there. Okay? Let me come back to my slides. It is already 5, but I hope I may get few more minutes. Organizers.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, a few more minutes. I can continue. Can I continue?
Yes, sir, sure.
Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, it was already 5, but okay. A few final slides. Yeah. So what we see here, this is quite true about words also. Aren't words in the language keep us away from reality? It seems that the language, words take us towards a reality. But the truth is that like camera or a very bright lamp, you see in the focus, it dazzles our eyes. Chakachond. Chakachond doesn't allow us to see around the thing. So sometimes the language comes with such a kind of a chakachond that we are not able to see the truth behind the language. भाषा कौन सी चीज छुपा रही है, वो भाषा अगर रेटोरिकली एक चकाचौंध की तरह हमारे सामने आती है तो हम उसके पीछे का सत्य असत्य पहचान नहीं पाते. That is the point. So powerful language sometimes dazzles us. So how we are a good listener to see what language we are listening, and we are not just blindfolded by the dazzle of the language. Thus, it is necessary to break free from the illusion of reality in the image of moving picture or brightened darkness. It is also necessary to break free from the illusion of the words or even language when we understand this. So I come down to the final part, and I suggest that this ideas and many such ideas we get from the reading of psycholinguistics and sociolinguistics like Jacques Lacan and Julia Kristeva. They have dealt in a very interesting way about sociolinguistics and psycholinguistics in this capacity also. But when we see psycholinguistics, sociolinguistics, that how this all aspects of language, they try to study that what are they doing to our psyche? What do this language do to our psyche that our entire worldview is changed? See this example. So if we grow one gender, right from the childhood in a particular then the sociolinguistic and also the psycholinguistic aspect will make completely different human being. So if you say Ram kheer kha, Sita kaam kar, Bhuvan पाठशाला जा, शिक्षक से पढ़, गीता पानी ला, पिताजी को खाना दे, मदन बगीचे में खेल, मीना माँ की मदद कर. So we are making a different world altogether for the people when we see the language. You might have seen, that's why Simone de Beauvoir, French feminist, have said that one is not born as a woman, but rather becomes a woman by what? By language. By language, one becomes a woman, a separate identity than men also. So biological differences are there, but still this is very important. Same way, you might have come across the idea that people say that, well, Wuhan virus, Chinese virus, why that is not a good word? When Arvind Kejriwal tweeted that Singapore variant is problem, then the people in Singapore were not happy. They say that it is Indian variant. Some say Indian variant, Singapore variant, Wuhan virus, Chinese virus, and people object. And so science community, the community of scientists, they came with a new word that we will call it alpha, beta, delta variant. No names, no identity, no national identity, no regional identity will be given to this one. Once upon a time, we were calling it Spanish flu, and we had no problem. But we have grown now in understanding the language, that there is a stigma attached with the language. And one has to be very careful in using the language. So it is not good to use the language with the identity marker of any human being. So you go to delta variant and kind of. These are very interesting way of looking at sociolinguistic aspect or psycholinguistic aspect in the language that we try to study there. These ideas are very interestingly given in our Indian thoughts also. In Indian aesthetics, we will talk about Sabda Brahma, and there are 4 layers of the meanings. Per, Pashyanti, Madhyama, and Vaikhari, and that also is explained very deeply in Indian aesthetics also. In Tantra, like Ved, they have recognized 4 levels of speech. That Vaikhari is at audible level, audible speech that is in the throat and manifest during the waking state. Madhyama is thought located in the heart and manifest during the dream state. Pashyanti is illuminated speech located in the navel and manifest during the deep sleep state. and per is the transcendent located at the root center and manifest during samadhi. The power of speech must be brought down to the base of the spine to allow the energy of consciousness to ascend upward as kundalini to awaken higher potentials. So Pashyanti is the state of seeing, the perceive or the illuminated word. It is the sound that perceives and reveals a truth. So these things are already there, even in Indian thoughts also. But understanding language, we need to know that it is not just to be a leader. Leader can be successful by using powerful language and other things. We have to see this, that Bhasha and Bhav is very important. Purity of Bhav is integral to one's communication skills rather than purity of language. He speaks very good, but that is not enough for a leader. Just speaking good, decent language with very good accent is not enough. It is purity of bhav when we speak. That is also equally important, because from per pashyanti madhyama level, what we visualize as words is connected with bhav. Honesty and integrity with self makes for a better user of the language. However, as teachers, we all have experienced that this is the most difficult part of our job also. Today, very difficult to see that how can we convince people to speak truth. We can at least teach good, speak in a better way, speak without mistake, but very difficult to tell that speak with honesty, speak with integrity. Human development cannot be imagined without these qualities among the leaders. So these communicative qualities are very important. Otherwise, we have seen great many successful leaders. We have seen leaders, the triumph of the will, the film, if you see, it is all about Hitler and Hitler's success story. Hitler was a great speaker. His communicative skills were powerful. He was a great leader also. But ultimately, what humanity got from that leader, powerful leader, is that he's recorded in the history as a monster. He's the one who has murdered so many people without any reasons as such. So when we see this, or the recent examples of this image, if you see from Afghanistan, there is a meeting going on, and you see in the meeting there is no women, not a single woman, all men, and that also there is a man with a gun. So you have no voice to dissent, no voice to dissent. And then even if you are leader, if you are, because you can say Talibanis are also leader, they are also successful. They are able to in a way beat very mighty power like American soldiers, and they got their own homeland back. But what kind of society are Taliban's going to make, or what kind of society Hitler, who was also a very good, a great speaker, was able to make? That still remains a huge question. Without this, without addressing all these things, we can't just talk about that become a good speaker and you are a good leader. Wow, integrity, honesty, that plays a very, very vital role in making for a very good leader. Thank you, all of you. I took 10 more minutes than the scheduled time. Sorry for that. And if anything, if people want to ask, then we can have some questions and answers also.
Anyone from the participant that if you want to ask some question, they can unmute themselves, or they can also post their question in the chat box.
Yes, yeah. Yes, you can put in the chat also if need be.
Hello. Hello, are you able
yes.
to hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can listen you. Yes.
Thank you, sir. It was a very nice session. There's no obvious questions, but I liked your session. It was very good thing. It gave, and that too, that long shot of things. If we are able to emotionally move away and able to see the words only as words and not meant as something that is always directed to us, I think we can be emotionally even more balanced. So at times the language that is used, I can very well relate. Okay, so it was very useful, sir. It was very impressive. I really liked your way of presentation and the content of the presentation also. Thank you so much. And you kept it very interactive by using all Kahoot and Mentimeter and all those things. So that was say after our work, we are traveling and when we are listening, it made it a little bit interesting, so that we will not go to sleep mode. Thank you. Thank you for keeping it interactive, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, that's a good word. Emotional distance from language makes us in a better position to look what language can do. Yeah, that's good. Thanks for your feedback. Yeah, thanks, Hemant Kumar, also for your comment. Yeah, yes.
Yeah, it's Dr. Manjunath. Actually, it was a very wonderful session. The way you have kept us for 1 hour with you. So really, it was a commendable session, I think. And I should agree with ma'am that as we keep distance from the emotion, a broader vision can be viewed. So thank you. Thank you, Mr. Barad.
Thanks a lot. Thanks, Mr. Manjunath, for your feedback. Thanks, Anukruti, for your comment. Yeah. Min Q also, thank you very much for your comment. Yeah.
Okay, anyone else?
Okay,
So,
I think then we can wind up our session. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So I don't think any question from the participant side. So, sir, we thank you so for such an innovative and nice session, and I hope all the participants have enjoyed it. And thank you, sir. We would like to hear from you again. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Thank you, everybody. Yeah.
Okay, so the attendance link has been posted in the chat box. The participant who haven't given their attendance can post their attendance in the chat box. Thank you.